out here at Elm Spring Colony. They were going to put in underfloor heating here, and they made a beautiful shop. The doors are beautifully dry and clean. All the doors are clean from one end to the other. Oh, we got to congratulate them for being so smart. We're at a very clean-looking building. This is out at Elm Spring Colony. They were going to go underfloor heating, and look how clean the doors are inside. Now, this has been in 6 years now, or how many? 14. Since 14, so that's 6 years, right? So it's like the day you put it in. In 100 years, it'll look all about the same. Now that heating up there provides heat, so the top, middle, and floor. Inside that truck, there's a heater. It'll aim at the floor, the middle, and the top. And if you go to town with your dear wife, and the only thing that works is the floor, she's going to be a little upset because her body's cold, and her head's cold, and your hands are cold on the steering wheel. So you're smart enough to know you need 3 kinds of heat working in here, so the mechanic's going to make sure it works on the bottom, in the middle, and the top in the truck. Now, smart people like Elm Spring realize if only you heated the floor, it might rise up to the first, and it's going to get colder, colder, colder. And then you'd get wet-looking messes on your ceiling here and on the doors. Well, we see clean, clean, clean. That tells us it's warm on the floor, but the heater's up there. So the heat shines on the door, keeps the door dry. The door comes up, the door gets cold in a real short time, but then the radiant shines on top of it and dries it off on the outside, and it's always being dried off when you open and close the door again. So that's why we maintain white, bright, clean doors and hinges. Now when you see these hinges, they're all the same silver. They don't get ugly and black. Now if you only have floor heating, the first thing I look at is the hinges. First level is a little, then it gets dirtier, uglier and uglier. Here it's clean, clean, clean. Now they can be proud of a building like this. Andy was the boss that decided to put this in. I believe it was 35 grand at the time. And I think he was looking at $250,000 to put underfloor heat. He didn't bury money, $50 a square foot. He didn't do it here because he knows the floors are warm. Whatever you set the thermostat, that's what the temperature is in here. So it's basically a dream. Now this is not uncommon. All the large buildings in cities and towns like Tabor have this type of heating in it. We're just very glad they were able to save him a couple $100,000. Today I'd like to go see Andy and see if he thinks he made a good decision. But your trucks, your tractors, anything and everything. Now they got a truck wash. I was just looking at a truck wash as a mess in 1 year. Now let's take a look at this one. Here, this is 6 years at Elm Spring. You see that floor? The hinges are as clean on the top as the bottom. That shows you, and all the levels of that door are the same, because that heater hits down there on that unit, and when it comes up in the cold 40 below, it'll also dry it off because there's heat up there. And then you begin to look around the building. Clean, clean, when you compare it to some other hot water buildings. There's nice, all the way down. The concrete's warm. This building will look great 50 years from now. Now it's wise to have a heat exchanger. They put 2 of them in here. In 30, 40 below, it'll get rid of your fog a little quicker. The radiant helps. The 2 of them together work together beautifully. One helps the other. You need heat, plus get rid of the humidity out quick, fast. But here you are, there it is. And then it dries all the walls. The radiant heat dries the walls. And it doesn't wreck that metal, the structure. Doesn't eat away at the metal up there. So your beams last for 100 years, everything's good. Reflector, the smart, long preserving way.